Gotta get you on the downbeat. Good evening, everyone. Come on in here. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to come and hang out with us for our first fireside wealth chat, really designed to get you in gear for our 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge. Because I got to tell you, we've compressed our challenge to 3 days because we know that acceleration, momentum, when you get further, faster, that amazing things happen. So good evening, everyone in the chat. Let me know where you hail from so that I can give you a few shout outs and let you, and for those of you who are here for the first time, I want to make sure that you experience this as well. So come on in here in the chat, let me know where you hail from so that I can give you a shout out. All right, so who's in the house with me? I'm gonna ask my husband to turn those lights that are in my face off because I can't see anything. I can't see anything. It's too much. So let's hear, hey, Gina, one of our sister friends from, Gina, good to see you. We got a lot of Gina is in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Let's see, Gwen Marsham from Durham, North Carolina in the house. All right, let's see who else we got. Of course, Takia from Nashville. And in fact, it's interesting. We just attended this concert with Trombone Shorty, an amazing young man, Devon Gillifron or something like that from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's see, we got Chicago, Illinois in the house. For all of a sudden, my throat got a little scratchy there. Come on in here. Let's see who else we can see. Baltimore in the house. Jerry, good to see you. Let's see. Excuse me. Got a little scratchy throat, but we're going to get through it. And Chattanooga, Tennessee in the house. So welcome, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our fireside wealth chat. And this is really designed to get you in gear for our 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge. If this is your first time attending a challenge, in the chat, let me know first time, if it's your first time attending the chat. If it's your first time attending the chat, let me know. Landover, Maryland in the house. Kieran, you were in early. I think you were the first time one in the house. Let's see. Come on in. I want to see who are the first timers for our challenge. First time. Okay, so Gwen Marshall, first time. Welcome. Dee McCarter, first time. Welcome. Keisha Robinson, first time. Welcome. Let's see, Lisa Break, first time, welcome. Well, ladies, get ready, get ready. I hope you're fired up and ready to go. Let's see, who else first time? If you're a first timer, I want to know if you're participating in our challenge for the first time. I want to give you a shout out because we've got a lot of our WealthyU members in the house as well. And that's what I love about our community. One of the reasons that I wanted to have this fireside chat is because this is how we hang out in WealthyU. The conversation is different. And I wanted you to get a sense of what our sisterhood is like. So I love the fact that we've got a mixed crowd. We've got, so for example, Gina attended a challenge, and next thing you know, she found herself as a WealthyU member. And you know, what I want you to know, for many folks, it hasn't, to really see your acceleration, it doesn't take a long time. That's what I want you to know. So come on in, and we're going to have an intimate conversation tonight. Hopefully you'll get to learn a little bit about me. I am Deborah Owens, America's Wealth Coach and founder and CEO of WealthyU. And our mission is to help women build their first investment portfolios to 7 figures and beyond. We have women in here who are building their first 6, who are running for their first 7, and some are 7 figures and beyond. And so what I want you to know is that the 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge is really designed to give you access to the knowledge that has basically been hidden from you. And for those of you who are already in WealthyU members, would you say that I characterized it that way? That since you have been in WealthyU, that your eyes have been open? If you're already in WealthyU and your eyes have been open, and it all started with that challenge, put in the chat, put me. Yeah, open. My eyes are open, right? I guess what I want to say is you've had an awakening. Would you agree with me? If you agree with me, the fact that if you are in WealthyU right now, that you have had a financial awakening. Yeah, that's right. Mariette says me. Jerry says me. Jacelyn says me. Pauline Stout says me. Very wide. Very wide. So what I want you to know is that WealthyU was designed with you in mind. And that this 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge, we know that you're very busy women, and that you probably have a lot of demands on your time, and that many of you are doing everything for everybody else. And in some cases, you're pouring from a half-empty cup. And what we want you to know, that in WealthyU, we want you to have a cup that is overflowing so that you can give from out of abundance and not lack. If that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, in the chat, put me. That's right. Put yes in the chat. Just put yes. That's right. If you want to be able to give from a cup that is overflowing, then I want you to know that you are in the right place. And that's really what our fireside chat is about tonight. I want everybody to have to get everything that they need, because one of the things that I say in WealthyU is that you have everything you need to be everything you need to be. And the only thing standing between you and the financial success that you desire and you deserve is knowledge. And in order to get that knowledge, someone has to be willing to give you access. And what I want you to know is that's the purpose of WealthyU. I was looking at my purpose statement that I made for my coach. And my purpose statement is basically, my purpose is to help women get access to the knowledge that they did not get through their formal education, that is only typically inherited, to give them that same knowledge so that they can accelerate their financial growth to 7 figures and beyond so that they can pay that knowledge forward to their own families. So I want you to know that is the purpose of WealthyU and why I design it. It's not about the money, right? Although accelerating to your financial growth to 7 figures and beyond, what it's going to allow you to do is to give abundantly and give from a full cup instead of a half empty one. But here's what I want you to know is that the most important asset of all is the knowledge of how to build wealth. So in these 3 days, what I'm going to be sharing with you is what I discovered, and then what it took me 25 years to operationalize so that now we have hundreds of women hitting their first 5, 6, 7 figures and beyond right here in this community. And so what you need to know is you are not here by happenstance. You are not here by happenstance, especially those of you who are your first timers, because tonight you're going to meet many folks just like you who simply one day they saw advertisement marketing and they came to this challenge, and that this challenge fundamentally changed their lives, fundamentally changed how they walk in the world, fundamentally changed how they feel about their finances, finally understand that they have everything that they need to be everything that they need to be, and that they can take ownership of their success. And I want you to know, if you want that you're in the right place, that there is no mistake. It's not a mistake that you're here. And a little later on, you're going to meet someone who is just like you, happened to come and meet me on Zoom one night. And now it is amazing, amazing how her life has changed. Again, we're filling up in here. We've had over 1,000 women sign up for our 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge. So I'm so excited that you're here. And I want to give a shout out certainly to all of the WealthyU Society members who are joining us this evening. And they know that I might just call on them all of a sudden. But you know what? The beautiful thing about WealthyU is that we're a sisterhood and we're a family. So come on in. I see all of my good girlfriends. I see old faces and I see new faces. And I just want you to know that how grateful we are that we're here, you're here tonight. So who's ready to get into what we're getting into tonight? If you're ready to get into it, put yes in the chat if you're ready to get into it. So let me just give you a sense of what tonight, this evening is going to be like. So the first thing that I want to do before I get started is I want to introduce you to our ambassadors who are here with us this evening. There are a couple of our team members are here, and then our All Things Possible, Stephanie Lee is here, my executive assistant, but the women that you're looking, Anita Jenkins and Virginia Rutherford Hall, they're here tonight, Michelle Smith, and those are our other ambassadors, Alice Woods. And so they have been communicating with all of you. And so what I want you to know is you can just click on their face in the WealthyU community and they will be able to have a conversation. If you look in your message, if you friend them, though, you'll be able to see all the messages that we've been sending you. So I want to make sure that you know that. The other thing I want you to know is that we have a VIP level, and I want to invite you to upgrade, because we've put together a packet of information. We call it our Millionaire in the Making Toolkit. And when you level into that, you are going to get access a half an hour before we go into the challenge so that you can apply the concepts that you're going to be learning. So if you if we could put the VIP link in the chat, if we can put that VIP link in the chat, I want to encourage you to you guys to join, because how many of you need a mentor? If you need a mentor, put yes in the chat. How many of you actually need mentoring? And you know that if someone was to give you accountability and support, that you could go further, right? How many of you in the chat, let me know. How many of you really need a mentor? Karen Briggs says yes. Rhonda Oliver says yes. Who else says yes? Lisa Briggs says yes. Greta says, I really need a mentor. Lisa Briggs says, yes, I need a mentor. Fern Carter says yes. Rhonda Oliver says yes. Well, what I want you to know is within these 3 days, I'm going to be your wealth mentor. But I need some time to spend some intimate time with you. And one of the ways that you can do that, right, is to get some time is by up-leveling to VIP, so that as you're learning this information, that you can apply it, and so that you have questions. Let me just say this. One of the things we know is that the women who join our VIP are the ones that are more that take they're action takers, and typically they are the ones that come into our society and they get further faster. So what I want you to know is, for just a few dollars, listen, it's not about the money, right? Again, it's about the mission. And if you want to be mentored and understand what it feels to be a part of a sisterhood, and you're going to learn a little bit more about that in just a moment, because you're going to meet some of our sisters that were sitting right where you are, actually up level to VIP and got our toolkit. And now the rest is history, and they're seeing their investments double, and they're knowledgeable, and they now have investments. They have their own brokerage accounts. Some of you are standing 10 feet away from gold, but because you don't understand what you're looking at, you have no idea about what your opportunities are. And so in WealthyU, one of the things that you learn is what your opportunity levers are and how to take full advantage of it. Can I be frank with y'all? So put the VIP kit link in there. Up level, ladies, if you're ready to go to the next level and you want support to go there, now I just want you to put a little skin in the game, right? So this is really designed for you to get access to the same type of insight and knowledge that our members pay, have made a significant investment for. But I want you to get a taste of what it feels like. Because what I want you to know is the conversation is different in WealthyU. And if you're ready to go next level, have a conversation that's different, be with other women who aspire to go higher, but more importantly, want to see you go higher, then you're in the right place. WealthyU is for winners. And so what is a winner? Here's how we describe a winner: that you want it, right? That you have a desire. If you have a desire to be financially successful and to be a blessing to others, and to not be worried about if the next shoe was gonna drop. If that's you, in the chat, put yes, that's me, right? If that's you, what I want you to know is it is possible, and it's happening in this community every day, right? Every day. In fact, and she's not on, That's right. So who's saying me? So Linda says yes. Lisa says yes. Tashima, that's right. Tashima, you know, we got on the phone and we got it all together. Talk about not knowing about the opportunity, but some of you, the reason why you can't take advantage of the opportunity is because they're hiding it from you. They're making it real difficult for you. So Dima Carter says yes. Linda Walker says yes. Jerry Sally says yes. Yeah, all of you, what I want you to understand, if you're ready to stop thinking about when the next shoe is going to drop and really understand that and take ownership of your financial success and know that, and really, really know that you have the ability to make it happen, then you're in the right place. But here's what I want you to know. And Kanisha says yes. Sandra says yes. That's you, Tashima. And Tashima was sitting right here in our last challenge, right? Came into WealthyU. We just had a strategy session, and it has just been amazing what she has been able to discover in such a short period of time. You know, one of our other recent WealthyU Society members, one of the conversations that, listen, can I be frank? Now here, I'm gonna just be honest with you. We're having a fireside wealth chat, right? And so I want you to know, straight no chaser. Can y'all take a straight no chaser? If you can take a straight no chaser in the chat, tell me yes. If you can take it straight with no chaser, if you want to have a really transparent conversation about what you need to do and how you're going to overcome these obstacles that are real, ladies. These obstacles out here are real. And so Karen says yes, Lolita says yes, Lisa says yes, Linda says yes. Here's what I want you to know about having a conversation and me giving it to you straight with no chaser. Now, let me tell you, some of y'all need to make more money. Now, that's just a fact, okay? Some of you guys have been sitting in the same situation thinking that, oh, well, at least I got a job, right? Now, when you have for those of you, some of you already know you need to join WealthyU and you need to skip to the front of the line. And so one of the things I'm going to do that I don't often do, but I want you guys to put the application link in, put WealthyU apply in the, put the link to apply to WealthyU, because some of you, I already need to have a conversation with you. You need to just skip to the front of the line. You can go through the challenge, but you need to just apply. Because I'm going to tell you a very real conversation I had, and I had hoped that she could be on tonight, but she couldn't. And I'm not going to say her name, but listen, we had our first conversation. For those of you who act fast, you're going to get a 1-hour strategy session with me. And in that strategy session, I'm going to identify exactly what your opportunity levers and how you can get further, faster to that 6 and 7 figures. And I might say to you, sis, you need to make more money. Because you have everything you need to be everything you need to be. If you've invested in your education, if you've got a BA or an MBA, if you got a BA in the chat, put yes. If you got if you went to college and you invested in college, in the chat, put yes. Some of you have a BA, an MBA, an MS, an RN, all of these degrees. And this statistic blew me away that 50% of Black women make less than $50,000. That is criminal. Agree or disagree with me. If you agree with me, if you think that's criminal. And so one of the conversations, one of the things you're going to learn in WealthyU, we call it the ripple effect, is not only are you going to learn how to make your money work, but you're going to learn how to negotiate and get what you're due. Now, here's what's really, really cool. So I'm having a conversation with one of our members, and we're going over, she wants me to review this situation. And if you don't want to know the truth, you don't want to have these conversations with me. But that's why you invest in WealthyU. And so she had invested in something. I was like, no, that's not. And I, basically one of the things you're going to see in WealthyU is you're going to learn how to evaluate and assess an opportunity. And so if somebody tells me I should have X and I shouldn't do this, then I'm going to tell you, well, what do I normally tell you? In the chat, for those of you who are in WealthyU, what do I normally say if somebody asks me if they should do X, Y, Z? What are we going to do? Come on, y'all. Now, y'all should know this. We're going to crunch the numbers. Right? Here's what I want you to know is that if you know how to evaluate, that's right, we're going to research and analyze it, and we're going to crunch the numbers. I'm not going to guess. It's not going to be just some, thing off the head. I don't like it. I do like it. So when we evaluated that investment, what I showed her is that the money that she would have 3 times more investment, 50,000 versus 150,000, if she learns how to invest the right way. So I'm asking, would you rather have 150,000? Okay. Yes, in the chat. Isn't that here? So this investment but here's what I'm going to tell you guys, ladies. And in fact, a study came out today. I've got to research it, but the bottom line, it says that women are risk averse, right? Like men, they look at the opportunity and they're going to take the women with the first thing we're going to think of is it safe? And here's what I want you to know. Low risk, low reward. Are y'all with me? And they know that we're going to, if we tell them, oh, it's safe, you're not going to lose your money. Listen, you can't make any money either. Some of you are playing not to lose. And that is why you cannot win. Are y'all with me? Listen, this is why I'm getting a little ahead of myself. No, I'm not, because I'm going to go, who's ready to go deeper in these next 3 days? Who's ready to go deeper so that you can go faster? What I want you to understand is that I'm really going to be changing your mindset for the next. I'm going to focus a lot on mindset because that is the issue. The issue is that we've been given the wrong blueprint. And because of that, we are not achieving the kind of financial success that is right there in front of us. Now, one of the points I wanted to make. So I talked about the fact that 50,000, about 150,000. Also in that conversation, what I learned is that she had gotten a $50,000 increase. Now, how is that even possible, right? Because when I looked at her background, I was like, no. You've been doing this for how long? You've got XYZ. You're in this industry. You have to be making at least over 6 figures. But you know what I love? And that's why I want you to get that kit. That's exactly why. Because fast action takers. Now, here's the other interesting thing about this is that she didn't attend the challenge. She literally saw me speaking on somebody else's platform and said, that's what I need. Boom, I'm doing it, right? And so what I want you to know is the women that get the furthest, the fastest, what do they have in common? What do you think they have in common? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? What do the people that get further the fastest? They take action. And so your up leveling into VIP is really about you taking action. And I want you to bet on yourself. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but this is the first step. I need you to get comfortable with betting on yourself, with wanting to have more then. And so you need to take action. So just briefly, one of the things that I wanted to do was go over what's in that kit and actually, you know, what I want to make sure you guys take advantage of. So if we can put that link in, I'm going to bring it up in just a minute. I just don't want you guys to see how many 500 tabs I have open right now. Let me bring it up. I have to laugh at myself, but you guys know you probably have 5,000 links open too. Hold on just a second. Let me bring that up. Okay, there we go. Let me get back to my Zoom. My little Zoom doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, there we are. Okay, let me just bring this up. So really the VIP kit, VIP level is really to give you resources. So one of the things you're going to get access is my financial resilience in uncertain times training. And certainly that's what we're in. But what I want you to understand that in WealthyU, we welcome volatility because we understand that is millionaires are made in recession. So you're going to get access to that. Then you're also going to get our Get Wealthy Challenge workbook, and every day you're going to have homework and you're going to be able to apply what you're learning. So the Get Wealthy Challenge workbook, the financial resilience in uncertain times, that's a $200 value in itself. And you're going to get a one-on-one half-hour strategy session with one of our WealthyU member success advisors. And guess what else we're doing? You're going to get access to a lot every day. I am going to be giving you tools and information, and that tools and information is designed really to give you access to all of the knowledge that we have in WealthyU, right? So here's what's really cool. Y'all want to know what's happening now? My new book is about to drop, Wealth Secrets. And one of you, now all of you who are members already, I don't want you getting upset because you know you guys, membership has privileges and you're going to get access to these tools. You have access to these tools, but every day we're going to be doing drawings. You're going to have a purse of your own, our planner. You're going to Dime Your Way to Wealth, our book, and there's going to be a grand prize where you're going to get the total bundle, but you're also going to be one of the first to get one of the autographed copies of my new book, Wealth Secrets. So level up, ladies. I want you to upgrade to VIP, you first timers. And when you upgrade to VIP, let me know so I can give you a shout out. Okay. So now what I want to do is, tonight was really about giving you guys just a roadmap to what's going to come in this next 3-day challenge. So just to review, you need to connect with your WealthyU ambassador. If you don't know who your WealthyU ambassador is, in the chat, put, I need an ambassador. Okay? If you don't know who your ambassador is. Okay, next, you're going to up level into VIP. You're going to get access to the challenge workbook, and you're going to meet me here tomorrow at 7:30. Everybody else doesn't get in until 8 o'clock, but you're going to meet me here at 7:30. And I'm going to give you more insight. And what I really want to talk about is the fact that, hey, you remember at the beginning of the year, ladies, and I was talking about, hey, don't get it twisted. They're trying to scare us, recession. And do you know that the S&P 500 hit its high already this year? And that's what I mean by the conversation is different in WealthyU. We never lose. We either win or we learn. And if that's something that you want to be a part of in the chat, ladies, let me know. If you want to be a winner, put yes in the chat. So Bridget Hargett needs her ambassador. Lisa says, yes, I want to be a winner. Betsy Spratt needs her ambassador. Sandy Rampert needs her ambassador. Awesome. Our ambassadors will be reaching out to you in the chat to let you know who. Karen Briggs says both. Yes. So if you want to be, and here's all I want you to know is this week, these 3 days, I'm really going to be challenging a lot of your conventional knowledge. Like, here's what I want you to know. What I'm going to be sharing with you in the next 3 days is the truth about wealth. If you're ready to hear the truth about wealth, put yes in the chat. I'm going to be sharing with you the truth about wealth because what I want you to know is it has been hidden from you. It has been hidden from you. How many of you have done everything you were told to be? You followed the financial success roadmap, college, career, six-figure income, home, and yet you're still not where you want to be. What I want you to know is you got the wrong blueprint. In the next 3 days, I'm going to be sharing with you what that blueprint is. That's right. Linda says, yes. You ready to hear the truth about wealth? Gina, yes. I'm ready to hear the truth about wealth. Lisa, yes. I'm ready to hear the truth about wealth. Linda, yes. I'm ready to hear the truth about wealth. Jerry, yes. I'm ready to hear the truth about yes. Ladies, no mistake. You're in the right place. So briefly, I just want to give you a sense of what the next 3 days are going to look like. Our 3-day schedule. First, I'm going to be sharing with you wealth secret number 1. And you're going to learn the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors of millionaires, that 1% that somehow they always end up on top. I'm going to be sharing with you why. Because they do the opposite of what we've been told to do. Tuesday, I'm going to focus on secret number 2. And you're going to learn some of the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors that are really preventing you from achieving the level of financial success you desire and deserve. And so much of it is because you've been following that blueprint to success that we were all given, and you were never given the most valuable knowledge that you needed. And it's what you're going to learn on day 3. You're going to learn how investors use other people's fears, and that's how they achieve their fortune. And what I want you to know, that what was secret will no longer be secret. But what it is going to require you to do, is shed a lot of your old thinking and beliefs. I mean, I really am you're going to be challenged in the next 3 days. So if you up level to, Joyce says, wow, yeah, I mean, I'm going to, everything that you've been taught about what it means to achieve financial success was never designed for you to be successful. You've been taught to be an earner, not an owner. You believe that if you make enough money, if you keep making enough money, that you're going to achieve financial success, and that can't be further from the truth. That's what the wealthy know that most of us don't. And I'm going to be sharing with you how I discovered all of this in my background in the next 3 days. And you're going to be hearing from women who, once they got that information, their lives changed. And what I want you to know is if it can happen for them, it can happen for you. You've been given the wrong blueprint. Who's ready to get the right blueprint? If you're ready to get the right blueprint, put yes in the chat, because that's what I'm going to be sharing with you for the next 3 days. But I'm not alone, because I got my WealthyU team, and they're the dream team. And you know why they're dream team? Is because they were sitting right where you were, and they took fast action, and they became members of WealthyU, and they went into the program, they applied that blueprint, and their lives have changed. And that's why they're ambassadors now. And they become your member success advisor when you join WealthyU. So for those of you, I do want to, in the chat, if you want to skip the line and just say, hey, I love everything she's talking about, count me in, I'm in, I don't care, I don't need to know. I want somebody to reach out and tell me more. If that's you in the chat, let me know. Okay, so one of the things I love about WealthyU is because I get to see some amazing transformations, right? Monica says, I am so ready, right? So I get to see some really amazing transformations. And I want to talk a little, tonight you're going to meet someone who was sitting right where you are, just like you. She saw some ad on Facebook. Kara said, I'm past ready. That's right. Well, if you up level to VIP, let me know so I can get you a shout out. If you applied, I will know, and you will be contacted by one of our team, and we're going to get you, we're going to get you on the road to wealth. And if you're ready to go there, I'm ready to go with you. But, you know, one of the things I wanted to do tonight, because this is our first fireside wealth chat, who would like to actually see an example of someone who actually was sitting where you are right now and what their journey was like? If you'd like to hear from someone who was sitting where you right now and had amazing financial transformation, in the chat, let me know. Put yes. If you actually want to hear from someone. Well, this is, you know, one of the things I love about social media is that it allows me to bring the receipts. All right. And so if you guys could just take a look at this. This was you know, in the messenger, this is what we're doing. We're trying to have a conversation with you. And so she says, just completed the questionnaire. I'm so excited. I'm reading this backwards for some reason. My thing isn't mirroring, but long story short, what she says, I am so glad that you were on that Zoom call. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to get started with you. Now you can see that was 3/31/21, right? And I say, how exciting. I am so glad to be beginning on this journey with you. And now I want to introduce you to that person who 2 years ago had that conversation with me in the little Facebook Messenger. And now she started out in our WealthyU Society program. She's now in our highest level, learning about investing, real estate, accredited investing, and all of that good stuff. We've become good girlfriends. She's even went out and recruited other folks and brought them in here. I think Mariette's your cousin, but I am so happy that she agreed to come in and have a chat with me tonight. Mona, can you believe I found that in Messenger? Here, let me unmute. Is that funny?
Yeah, I know. I had totally forgotten that.
Well, you know how I found it.
Messenger.
Well, you know how I found it is I went to message you. I texted you on the phone, your cell phone, but then I went to give you the details on the Zoom tonight. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even believe the message is here. So, hey, everybody, give Mona Brown some love. This is Mona Brown. She is a WealthyU go-getter. And I'm so excited to talk with you tonight, Mona. So now let me start. So how did you find WealthyU then?
So I was invited to a webinar on building economic legacy. And I was told that the main speaker would be a former vice president at Fidelity Investments, who is focused on helping Black women build wealth. And that person turned out to be Deborah Owens.
Oh, and so you came to a webinar, and so you in that webinar, what happened?
So in the webinar, so I'm nearing retirement, and I knew that I wasn't totally prepared. I wanted to make sure I had, that I knew what I had in terms of investments and what I needed to put in place to fill that gap. And you spoke a lot about wealth, the truth about wealth. After I heard you speak on the truth about wealth, you talked about how we view our careers. You were just talking about it a few minutes ago, how we can earn income and turn it into wealth and accelerate our financial growth. I knew right then and there, I'm like, I wanted and I needed to know more about those strategies. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you said you were nearing retirement. You're still pretty young, Mona. You may not feel that way, but you are. And so the question I have for you is what was missing? What was missing at that point? Like, if you were to think about where you were in terms of knowledge and whether or not where you were in terms of just even understanding what you were investing in, what did that feel like at that point?
So I knew nothing really. I mean, like for me, I felt like I knew zero to very little about investing. I had a 401k account, which was managed by a financial firm through my company. I had money transferred to that account every 2 weeks. And, all I knew was at retirement, I would have enough money to live off of. That was what I was banking on. And I had no idea. I had no clue that I needed to monitor that account and be fully invested, not just from a financial standpoint, but also from a mindset standpoint in my finances. After going through WealthyU Challenge and walking through the entire framework, I learned the importance of executing and how to execute. Yeah, I knew that I needed to be in control of my investments and realized that the knowledge that I am receiving from WealthyU would be valuable to me for years to come. I mean,
so you know what? It's interesting, Mona. So I just want to level set and kind of give people like a sense of, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 having no investment knowledge and 10 having full investment knowledge, where would you have put yourself on that scale? Now that you are where you are now, what number were you at when you started with WealthyU?
0.
Come on, Mona. I'm gonna give you a 2.
I would say
okay,
2.
I'm gonna give you a 2 because I'm gonna give you a 2 because one of the things about you is you know how to manage your money, right? You just didn't know how to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes.
And so now that it's been 2 years, you've been exposed to our flagship program. You've been in our you're in a high program, you're learning all kinds of things now. Where would you put your self now on that scale?
So I would put myself at a 7. I am going to an 8.
I
You
would
know,
agree.
yeah, I have learned so much.
I would agree. And so let's tell the women, what are you doing differently?
All right. So when I first started with WealthyU, I opened a stash investment account. That was like my first time opening an investment account on my own. So I learned how to do that through WealthyU. That account right now has a little over $32,000 in there. In investment.
What?
Yes, it's been 2 years. Yes.
And then let's talk about what you did differently in your 401k. What did we learn? Because we learned some things about what you had, what opportunities you had through your employer as well.
Well, first I learned that a lot of where they had put my money were in index funds. Yeah, and I also learned that I could either self-manage my 401k if I wanted to, or if I had them manage it, that I had a say-so in where my funds went. Like I could pick where I wanted it to go. And I learned how to go in there and find all of the different funds they had in the 401k. And I learned how to research and analyze all of those funds so that I could pick the ones that I wanted, based on the findings of my research. So I was actually able to rearrange my 401k and set it up the way I wanted it to. And now the value of my investments have increased, and it increased during this recent economic downturn, right? Being in this community sparked my interest in reading more financial articles, books. I'm paying more attention to the financial market now. Every time, which is funny, every time I see a commercial that comes on, I start paying more attention to the commercial because I want to see the name of the company behind whatever product that they are advertising, because now I'm going to go research that company, just to see where they are, how well they're doing. Is this a company that I want to invest in? I was just watching a documentary on Netflix. It's called Working with President Obama.
Yes.
And they featured a company whose business is autonomous transportation. And what did I do? I wrote down the company's name and I put it on my stock portfolio watch list. So I'm going to go back and research that company this week to see where they are and if it's something I want to invest in.
Awesome. And so what advice, Mona, would you give folks who are about to go through this challenge about, what they could do to get, to really make sure that it makes an impact on their finances?
Okay. So, first I want to say the knowledge I have received from being a part of the community has really been invaluable. I now know and understand what mutual funds are, ETFs, crowd investments, stocks, bonds. I know how to research and analyze an investment before I purchase it, or if I, not purchase it, and why, and, how to put it on the watch list. I have learned how to buy low and not to be afraid of a bear market. But my greatest impact has been learning how to change my mindset to a wealth mindset. How easy it was when that light bulb suddenly switched on. You have to lean in. That is something that you're going to learn from Deborah. She's going to keep telling you, she's going to repeat it like 500,000 times. Lean in, come to every single session, do your homework, find a stock and research it, do your reading, every Monday, Thursday, come seriously, don't come to every single session and really, really lean in.
I love it. Well, Mona, let me just say thank you. So questions from anybody, if you have questions, put them in the chat, but I want to hear your takeaway from Mona's conversation. Mona, thank you so much for coming on tonight and having this chat with us, because that's what the Fireside Wealth Chat is about. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. So listen, the reason, so two things that I want you guys to gain from this really is that it started, you're right where she is right now, right? You're literally, she watched me on a webinar. That's what this is going to be like for you. But for some of you, you want to skip you need to just skip the line and just say, you know what? I'm exactly where she is. I'm at a 0 and I don't want to be there anymore. I want to have that same transformation. I'm going to tell you, upgrade to VIP right now and skip the line, right? Go ahead and apply. What I want you to know is that if it can happen for Mona, it can happen for you. And, in my book, my new book, Wealth Secrets, over and over again, I have stories of women who were just like Mona and were in debt, had student loans, were afraid, only saved, were afraid to invest, had all their money in what was called safe investments. And because of that, their money wasn't growing. And you see that she started from 0, never had an investment account all of her 401k. And now that's valued at more than $32,000. If that's something that you want to learn how to do, then I need you to do exactly what Mona said, and that is lean in. And for those of you who upgraded to VIP, put VIP. If you're a VIP now, in the chat. If you are already a VIP, in the chat, put VIP. All right. Maddie, you're always a VIP. That's right. Who else is a VIP so I can give you a shout out? Gina, VIP. All right. Who else is a VIP? I want some first timers in here. That's right. Vanita, VIP. Who else is a VIP? Up level to VIP. We're going to start mentoring from day 1. Tomorrow night, you need to get this toolkit so that you can get started, so that you already have the workbook, because we're going to be working specifically on the things that you need to do so that you can get further and faster. You can get further, faster, and that you can get some personal wealth mentoring. Is this mainly about stocks, or does it come? Listen, Joy, we talk about wealth, period. And wealth is the ability to experience life. So number 1, it's about your mindset. And you're going to begin to understand why you're not further ahead. Basically, what I'm going to be unlocking is the secrets of the 1%, why so much you have learned and so much you are doing, you're not getting ahead because you've got the wrong blueprint. In WealthyU, it's not just about the money. It's about the mindset. And it's also about being with so here are 3 things we do at WealthyU. We do coaching. We have a curriculum. But the secret sauce is our community. Do you know we have women in WealthyU who have invested in other early stage investments? We have women in WealthyU who have built their first 7-figure portfolios. We have women in WealthyU who have made their first investment properties. We have one of our young women went from 1 to 4 properties in just a few years. What I want you to know is the only thing standing between you and the financial success that you desire is access to the knowledge that has been hidden from you. The bottom line is that if you don't have $1 million investable assets, when you go into these investment companies, you're going to be put into very low yielding investments, and your money is not going to be allowed to grow. And what you're going to learn in WealthyU is exactly what you need to know and do so that you can navigate these financial markets, which can be, for so many folks, it's like you're talking a different language. What I want you to know is you have everything you need to be everything you need to be. Most of you would already be millionaires if you had had access to this knowledge. And that's exactly what you're going to learn in this 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge. So if you're ready, if you're fired up and ready to go, put yes in the chat. Fired up and ready to go. And what you're going to begin to understand is that all you need is to get started. All you need is for someone to ignite what you already have. Many of you, what you're going to learn how to do is to leverage what you already have and to shift to a growth mindset and not into that wealth mindset and begin to think of the possibilities. Everything is possible for you, but it's only possible if you have someone to show you the way. Listen, you need the right blueprint. It took me 25 years to create it. And now, over and over again, women come into this community and their lives change. What it took them 20 years to save, many of them are doubling in just a few years because they now have the knowledge. They don't have to depend on anybody. They don't have to allow someone to tell them to be happy with mediocre returns. If you're ready to go to the next level, we're ready to take you there. So I can't wait for you to join us in this 3-day Get Wealthy Challenge, where you're going to learn you're going to get the WealthyU blueprint that is going to help you accelerate your financial growth to 7 figures and beyond, so that you can pay that knowledge on to your family and create a legacy of wealth. I can't wait to see you right back here. My VIPers, don't be late, 7:30. Let's get further faster, and let's make sure that you get everything that you need in the next 3 days. Thanks so much. Again, our ambassadors are here. Make sure that you connect with them. Anita, Virginia, and Alice and Michelle are all here waiting to connect with you. So don't be out there alone. We got you. Have a good evening, everybody, and good night.